Today we're going to be interviewing a Dogecoin kid, Lisa from Up Worldwide. And today we have the beautiful Miss from Crypto here tonight with us. Today we have Ken Bozak.
Foundation, Rarible, OpenSea, and charged particles.
Speaking from a Gen Z's perspective.
So why do these people buy this
collection? I work with an artist out of...
Wait till you see my other outfits.
And we're live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Token Gamer. This is Blockchain Universe. You're watching Yummy NFTs. Every day of the week, we host virtual reality events. Come on and check us out on Blockchain Universe. Join our Telegram. I'm here at NFT NYC. That's in Manhattan, of course. And there is like 4 different venues. Some really interesting talk this morning. It was a really great day. Made so many connections networking out here in New York. And I've been even trying to help bring the metaverse to the conference by bringing my headset. I got a couple other people here that got their Oculus Quest. So you're going to be able to connect with some people that are actually here in New York right now for this conference, meeting up with people from all over the world. And today here in virtual reality, I got one of the guests, one of the artists that's going to be participating in our Oganomaly gallery that's going to be going on here in November. Not a complete date set yet, but it's going to be that last couple weekends of November. We'll have a date figured out in a shortly. Moestradamu5 is here on the stage with me. Oh, you know what? She is right. Let me and I am making sure everybody can hear us loud and clear. You are now megaphoned. Thank you for joining me today, Moestradamu5. Tell us about yourself, buddy.
Yes, thank you. Hi, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a artist of many mediums, I guess. I'm a projection mapper. I'm a variance laser artist. I'm a 3D animator. And at the core of it, I would say that is the largest part of my art career. I have played in bands, I ran podcasts and internet radio stations, and working at music festivals got me into projection mapping, which led down the 3D animation path, more or less. So it's been a crazy journey. I learned about NFTs in October of last year. And dove in and learned everything I could, got accepted into some events, and that's where we met the first time, and won Bit Basel Miami NFT crypto art competition last year. And it's been crazy. So this landscape is changed even drastically since I got involved in October. So it's really cool to watch and be a part of. But I would say that is who I am.
Wow. And can you tell us what platforms you mint on?
Yeah, I mean, I started on Rarible and OpenSea, just diving in and figuring it out, and then use that progress and sales there to get accepted into some of the more like known origin primarily. It's really weird. My NFT path, I dove in and minted a whole bunch and kind of was playing around to learn the space, and then started to apply it to real world use practicality, and we started using them as we call them NF tickets. We created a series of retreats in the Virgin Islands, so like a couple of the NFTs on the wall here are in relation to those events, and so primarily on the platform, sorry to get too far off track, I would say Rarible, OpenSea, Mintable, and Known Origin are the ones, and that's kind of the progression of how my acceptance to those galleries or whatever went. And then I recently started playing with some of the greener NFT galleries. The Tezos one that no one knows how to pronounce. Whatever. I've started digging into those. I don't think I've actually minted there yet. But I've started, forget what the one is on Near. This one over here, actually, it's funny. That's the first NFT on the left over here. The first image is actually not my art, but one that I collected on that platform. And it's Paris.id, and they're specifically like collectible cards and things. So I've just really dug in and tried to figure out what ones make the most sense for me as an artist. And cryptoart.ai is another one that I think is like based in Singapore. And I actually have had a bunch of success on that platform out of nowhere at different times too. So it's really cool. I don't necessarily think that you should stick to just one, especially so early in the game, or even just a couple. We're really only in the baby phases of the NFT space's development. So I think really having a presence on is, more of them is kind of a good thing. I've also I moved to Colorado about in June, and that kind of took me away from the space a bit for a chunk of time, and it developed so fast. So I literally have just been sitting back. I don't think the last NFT I minted, I think, was a month or two ago, maybe. And I kind of have just been sitting back and watching the space and coming up with a new plan for things. So it is really developing rapidly. And like you said, with the NFT NYC thing, the after party event is connected to a specific coin. And if you don't own it, you can't go. I think the roadmap.
Let me explain that real quick. Because I was going to jump into that, but I'm glad you brought it up. So, like I said earlier, and I see we got some new faces that just joined in the room. Welcome, you guys. This is Blockchain Universe. You're watching Yummy NFT. We got Moestradamu5 on the stage. And before you guys, before the event started, we were talking about where I'm at right now at NFT NYC. It's the biggest NFT conference in New York and probably in the entire country. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the largest in the world. What they said on stage earlier today was that there's 5,000 people that are here, with another 3,000 tickets that are on the waiting list. If they can get into a building, they can get in, but it's pretty much impossible because every time the place is full. There's just so many people here networking and connecting, and there's after parties. There's, I think they said 300 satellite events going on here. So me and my friends actually just tried to go to an after party. I was going to leave them there, come record here, and then go back and meet up with them. Except we get to the after party, and in order to get in, you have to have one NFT token. That's NFT token. And I'm like, how much is that? Yeah, no. I'm going to just go back to my hotel room and go set up my event. None of my friends could get in because nobody wanted to buy their token. It's just really interesting. Like you're saying, it's kind of like that VIP ticket right now, where it's like you get to really tailor to who your audience is if you can be able to customize, your connection or your membership due to their specific token. And right now, the one token that I really could relate to that's doing stuff like that is the Ken token, but we don't have like a ridiculously expensive token like you do with Nifty. With the Ken token, you guys could go check it out. It's brobros420.com. Ken's my bro, and everybody in the community is a bro. So you guys can always, connect with the bros by joining the bro community and holding the bro token. And there's just a lot of things that we're going to be doing with that. We actually had an event that was for Ken's birthday on Sunday before all the festivities began. And in order to get into the party, you had to be a Ken token holder. So just showing you guys some of the things you can do in the real world with these digital assets that we're on stage talking about. And if you're in the virtual world right now, you can look around you at all of the pieces that Moestradamu created and are on some of the platforms he was talking about a moment ago. So yeah, man.
I gotta speak to the bro token for a second because that's epic. Ken, I met Ken in the Bit Basil thing, and also he came to our first exhibit in VR that we had that Alyssa had curated as well. And that's just so hysterical. And that's what I mean by I just moved to Colorado and was working a lot of live events for a couple months. and I wasn't even completely removed from the NFT space, but I missed that completely. I missed the Bored Apes Yacht Club thing or whatever. I missed like a few major. There's like these things. The space develops so fast, and that's one thing that I would say as someone who jumped in and learned everything I could about it. Do the same. Like the best part about this stuff is an NFT is only what you make it. It can literally be anything, whether it's
Programmable art.
Absolutely, or something that is represented like a Ferrari in the real world. You know what I mean? Like you're only limited by imagination at this point because it simply comes down to a contract between the buyer and the seller. You know, so it's literally like the Wild West mixed with the Industrial Revolution, mixed with the Renaissance period, all in one right now. And it's just, you know, the literal world at your fingertips right there.
So it sounds like so it sounds like you're of the belief that this is not just something that's here today, gone tomorrow. It's going to be here for a long time, right?
Absolutely, dude. The use cases for this stuff, and like you said, getting into parties, or like we created the island themed NFTs over here, were for a wellness retreat that we hosted in the Virgin Islands. I guess in my About Me speech, I didn't even touch on the fact that I'm a certified neurofeedback therapist. So I train flow state using EEG headsets. And some of the NFTs that I created, that one actually in the back corner with the brain in a weird, like hemp basket or something, were a part of a line of NFTs that I created called the NFT, and it's neurofeedback training NFT. And two of them have sold, and the one coming up in the Anomaly exhibit is actually going to be the third neurofeedback training NFT. Comes with a Muse 2 wireless EEG headset and 1 month of remote neurofeedback training with me. So you can actually control the animation in your neurofeedback training with me that comes with the NFT. So literally, like I said, they can be anything you want. It's just a contract. So, you know, I've sold a few of these, and you can look back at that history, and whether you trust me or not is whether you decide to buy it, you know, and that's great. And it may work, it may not. And a lot of this game is testing the waters still, and building your fan base and that sort of thing.
Well, speaking
it's
on
really
that,
an interesting space.
I really want to get your opinion on, you know, this whole regenerative arts and PFP trend that's going on right now. You brought up the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. For those that may not know, NFT collection based on these different art pieces. But you know what's really interesting about that is that it came with the utility of being able to have access to their club and the memberships, like we were talking about earlier. But there are other platforms that don't have that utility of being able to access the community and do different things other than being a token holder of this collection. And what's your, I guess, opinion on the trend that's hyped right now with, you know, what you call it, the there's just so many different ones. I was gonna name a few of them, but there's just so many that come to my mind. But of course, right off the top, you got the crypto punks and all the others. What's your thought process on that niche as an overall, and where it's going? Is it something that will have, as you know, value like these type of that have utility in the future, or is it, you know, something that is just gonna be of rarity?
Well, honestly, I think to be completely honest about it, I think it all has its place. It all serves different functions. You know, I think this space is big enough and growing, only growing, to where yes, they're trends and yes, they're fatty. And I really wish that like there's a lot of amazing animators and artists that are creating NFTs that don't get the attention, you know, of a project that has, you know, viral profile pictures or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it's frustrating as an artist because um, I see so much art that because they don't have this giant business plan behind it, you know, or whatever, it doesn't necessarily get seen nearly as well, or that artist is still struggling as an artist, you know, to make money or that sort of thing. So it's frustrating, but I see that it has its place. Virility always has its place in art and music and things like that. So you need those things to get the awareness out to more people, you know. So like you need those super hyped up things to get more people to go, what in the heck is going on over here? And then it just compiles, and then those people do more research and everything like that, and hopefully find something they like. So I think it's frustrating, but it also has its place.
I love that answer. And, you know, and the reason why I asked it to him was really because I hear this saying, and I heard it again today at NFT NYC, that about 98% of the NFTs that are out there today are going to be worthless in the next 5 to 10 years. And it really makes me think what's valueless to maybe somebody that is talking about $1 million NFTs might not be valueless to someone that sells NFTs for like $4.20, for an example. And if that NFT takes 5 years to sell, but that artist made thousands of NFTs over that time frame, you know, hey, it's cool that they made a profit off of something they made a long time ago, right? You think about YouTubers that have YouTube videos that have been out for a long time, and then years down the road, one of their old videos snaps and just takes off from there. You know, it's really interesting. One more example on that. How many websites are out there, and how many of them are the top websites that people go to? You know, there's always that widespread of people doing things and that small return of things that pay off or be deemed successful. So just really love to see people's opinion on the trends that are here today and gone tomorrow, but the platform is what's going to be there for the long term, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on from that, I want to ask, what else are you doing? What's next in the pipeline for Moestradamu5?
I've got some really fun projects that I can't really talk a whole lot about because just follow my stuff. And I've like leaked some information, but I've got a couple of projects that I'm getting ready to unleash some information that are going to, like these events do, and like what Elisa is doing with all of her events, you know, curating a community along with the art and the events that we're doing, and opening it up to more artists. So I've got a couple of really cool projects that are going to blend NFTs and 3D art and virtual property as well, and some ideas along those lines that if you dig around in some of my socials, you can see some leaks to maybe what I'm talking about and figure it out. But
what
it's
are those
coming
socials
soon
that they can reach out to you on?
Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Facebook is Lightbrush Projections. That's our projection company. This weekend, we just did a lot of awesome events at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, which is just outside of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And the Stanley is actually where the Shining was conceived and written. So that's where Stephen King was inspired and wrote The Shining. And so we did the Shining Ball Halloween party where we projection mapped the whole outside of the building. And we also did the inside of the building, like around the stage. It's a really old stage and it's really cool. So I worked with Microdose VR for that one. And then just Sunday, Halloween, we were with 311, which was really cool for me. I listened to those guys in high school, and we created like this weird portal on the ceiling inside the concert hall. And it was just a lot of fun to get to work with a band that I have listened to since high school. So that was really cool. But a lot of projection mapping gigs since moving to Colorado. I'm only an hour from Denver. So I'm up in the mountains. I live in Pinewood Springs. It's this really small community. This is a whole new shift for me. I moved from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I lived in Orlando previously. So not huge cities, but cities. And I'm now in the mountains where, it's 25 minutes to Walmart, and it's the stuff. It's very exciting, and I'm really excited for winter to hit and spend a bunch of time creating. It's been awesome since we've been here. So I've been like super busy, and that's part of the reason why. Since moving to Colorado in June, we got approval to project on one of the big Red Rocks at Red Rock Amphitheater with String Cheese Incident, which is another one of my favorite bands. They're just awesome. And so we did that. We did Cervantes, which is a great club downtown, and then this stuff at the Stanley. We've just been pretty busy. So Lightbrush is the projection mapping company, and that's Facebook. Instagram, I'm just Moestradamu with an S. Twitter is Moestradamu, like back there with the 5. And I think that's about it, really, that I'm active on anyway.
Well, that is a hell of a lineup. Yo, guys, you got to check out his socials. Go check out the IG, see what he's working on. He's doing some really cool things. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff in this room, and I hope you guys come join us in virtual reality as well. This is Alt Space. Come download it, join us in VR or on your PC, Mac, whatever. We're going to have Oganomaly later on this month. Come check that out. And like I said, every day of the week I'm in here. We hosting events. We're traveling to other worlds together, and maybe when you're doing your thing, we can work together and bring the community together as well. So guys, join us in VR, join us online, join us in the Telegram. Let's link up, let's grow, and let's learn and build together. Thanks so much for joining and checking out Moestradamu. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you guys so much, Blockchain Universe. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, and thank all you guys for coming and joining us. And yeah, I can't wait for Oganomaly. It's going to be amazing. Thanks again, Jerome. This is awesome, dude. You guys are crushing.
Until next time.